how would you actually differentiate the male and female experience in university? I'm gonna start with Lania.
I would say it's not too much of a difference. I think it's mostly like the mental aspect of it. Obviously, men go through their own things, but with women, we have like different physical things. Like we would get so tired certain days and not have more energy certain days that we would have to go through that guys don't. While also with guys, especially in group projects, they tend to feel a bit more
Confident?
wanting to take power, like more authority, and then the women have to like calm down, like let's relax.
Okay, I believe that men actually do tend to take authority when it comes to discussions, when it comes to group work, and women tend to do the tasks.
Yeah.
So they get to boss around actually when there is no like a higher.
So the guys are usually managing how the work should be done, but the women are actually doing the actual work?
Yeah.
That's what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay,
They
that's it.
like to make you think you have the power.
Ah, so it's a type of manipulation.
Whatever gets us a good grade.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Okay. So you usually don't trust the men in uni to actually do the projects until you want to do them on your own?
It's more of when they do take authority in discussions and they give us the tasks. We're not much concerned, like our egos aren't, we're not like insecure or whatever. We're fine with that because we have more control over the actual task, over the quality of the work. It's not about like much the discussion, it's more about the results.
Okay.
So we let them do that. It's kind of like we're aware of it, we're like, okay, not much here.
Okay. Do you believe in the doctors or the professors يعني have privileges for the other gender? يعني مثلا, for example, a female professor would give a higher grade for the male student for some reason. What الغرض؟
لا
لا.
مش مزبوط.
أيه.
قصة الفيميل gives for men بس العكس مزبوط.
اوكي.
أنا مأكد يعني هذا الشيء من وراء أشياء صارت مش من هاي. وأنا مذكر كمان مرة كان في عنا دكتور شاف الكود تاعي أنا الكود تاعي صح أوكي ونفس الكود تاعي فيتي قال لا إنه تاعي صح بس إنه تاعي فيه أخلاق نفس الكود.
انتوا ناقلين من بعض؟
نعم
انتوا ناقلين من بعض؟
ناقلين من بعض. أنا عم مسوي له اليوم عرفت شو قال لا قال لي إنه أنا ناقل منه. فدايما مشكلة دكتورز بس في كتير دكتورز بيعملوا gender discrimination.
Okay, تهاني.
Yeah, I do believe there's a bias to females when it comes to that from both female and male professors.
From both female and male professors?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think actually a good part of it for the bias, and we know إنه long ago males had more opportunities when it came to the education field and so on. So they want to give us like more opportunities. It's kind of like they feel this good and they're trying to make up for it. So they give us they prioritize our questions, for example, in class. Like when I would raise my hand, I would ask like 10 questions. My girlfriend, مثلا, he would have one question. He wouldn't get answered. بتطول أو بمنتل أو whatever. I do notice that. I don't believe it's correct, but I do understand where it comes from. Because it's very logical. You know, before it wasn't like that at all.
Okay, Rania.
I think it has its cons though. Like I'm okay with like my professor prioritizing me because I'm a girl, because obviously that's what's going to get me the better grade. But at the same time, it comes to a point of respect. Like I don't want it to be just because I'm a girl. I want it to be because I'm your student and this is your job. This is what you should be doing. But getting back to your point, usually the guys are copying off the girls, which is why they always blame you for it, because you guys set that standard. No, Khan, I'm just saying. Usually.
Okay, Rania, in your experience outside of Lebanon, was it the same?
Worse, I would say. Like
worse?
Female teachers, I noticed would disrespect the female students a lot, even though it's wrong.
Oh.
Yeah, I think it's like, if you as a man, like as a professor, if you can't handle yourself around girls, especially younger girls, this is not the job for you. Like just quit at this point.
Okay. I think the reason for what you were implying قبل شوي is because of usually Lebanese people in general have a very specific type of نخوة that is usually not the same case in America. Is that true? Do you believe that?
I think it depends on the person.
Okay.
I think it's more.
So it depends on the person.
Can you expand more on that?
Lebanese people usually, or Arabs in general, have certain traits that people outside, American people, or actually the Americanized mind,
Okay.
do not usually follow or abide by, you know? What do you believe? True.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, when we talk about breakups in university, how does it differ from a gender to a gender? What do you believe?
Well, a woman, like, obviously is more sensitive. Like, it impacts us more, like, right away, and we go through it. But with women, when they get over it, they're, like, on top of their things. With a guy, he'll, like, drag it on and be like, I'm fine, until it gets to him, and then he's gone.
I've seen this many times, actually. You know, guys usually tend to take more time on an elongated period, actually, or interval of time. And women usually have a crash out for a very specific time interval, but then they move on, and that's how it is.
A man is the opposite. They crash out at the end. And then they also, like, with guys, I noticed, the reason why it's because the woman is a very big support system for them. And that's why they're already high up. So, like, we help them get high up, and then that's why it takes long for them to kind of get down. But for us, it's like, we're bringing ourselves up. That's why it kind of takes more time to heal, I guess. But at the same time, that's why we come back better, because we are our own support systems. Not saying that a man can't be his own support system, but in most cases, the woman is the man's support system. Your guys' friendships are very closed off. No, us girls, we talk about everything, to the detail. And you guys are I feel like, from what I've seen, guys are very closed off with their friends. They don't have that same support system.
I think if, like, a guy would go through a breakup and he would go to his other friend, he'd probably, like, tell him, خلاص, go to the gym. Or, like, he'd offer him a cigarette. Oh, yeah, let's go to the pub. I think, this is how it worked out. But, for us, it's more focused to actually heal rather than cope.
Okay.
I think
that's the point, yeah.
And, yeah.
In general, yes, women get often to break up faster than men. Usually they are more mature يعني they got more mature as they grow up more than men. يعني بس يكبر مثلا إذا بنت عمرها 18 وشاب عمره 20 تكون هي more mature than.
فهمت عليك. Yeah.
He said it perfectly. I'm not gonna disagree.
I mean, it is true, but it's also kind of our responsibility, like, as a society and so on, to offer these healthy ways to get over issues. That's why I know. Like, men and women, like, women aren't more naturally more mature than men. It's what we provided both with that made them make it. Women are more of, like, forced to be more mature.
Yeah.
So the pressure that is put on you, okay.
And the opportunities provided, whatsoever resources they all have.
بس أنا بحكي our society ما بعرف برا مثلا. أمريكا يمكن غير من women منهم mature.
Agreed.
شازك أنا
مش ما عم بحكي على Lebanese women راحوا بحكي على
like American
citizens.
بس like نفس الشيء بس هلا with Americans they're very selfish. Like you'll have like for us it's easier for us to become friends here like as Lebanese people or as Arabs in general than it is for Americans to have really strong connection to other Americans.
Okay.
Hasura more empathic.
Yeah, we do. We're guys, no offense, but we are kinder in that aspect.
Yeah.
About internships, who do you think actually gets internships easier?
من لا شوي حكينا عن موضوع المن build relationships بهم فمن يكون
It's because of connections يعني.
Yes, because of connections يكون بيقدر يجيب tips more than women.
I hate and why do you see إنه all women are like أنت in your opinion you're saying إنه
لا أنت عملت بحالك بس هيك أنت عملت بحالك هيك فهيك صار
شو عملنا بحالنا؟
يعني في a lot of women الأغلبية يعني they don't
أغلبية؟
Who hired them?
شو؟
Who hired them? انتوا نقيتوا.
ما أنا هقول إنه we don't get fired.
هن المشكلة لا هن they hire them إنه مثلا في شباب مش كل كل يعني بس في شباب مثلا أنا بزنس بيشوفوا وحدة حلوة شو بعرف شو أوكي I'm gonna hire her بس هيك إنه يكون في شيء قدام.
That's what I wanted to talk about. And usually, women in internships, they get more internships مرة هذا الموضوع just because of how they look. Many. Exactly.
You don't get taken seriously. That's completely different.
اوكي بيفتح لك باب وهالباب اساسا انت مفكر هالباب حلو.
No, of course not. I'm not saying it's something great. Okay, but what I'm saying is, sometimes it's easier for a woman with a lower ranking CV, okay, to get a job that a man with a higher ranking CV wouldn't be able to take because of this pretty privilege thingy. You know? Do you agree?
But pretty privilege can only take you so far.
Yeah.
Can only
Take you so far.
It has its sense.
Yeah, it won't get you to where you really. It'll keep you stuck in that position of like, I just want this girl because pretty privilege. It won't get you to where a man's point is.
Yeah, أنا وصلتني American like super pretty privilege, and I would totally say that لأن in a lot of places I would have my CV ready, my CV is strong and so on. I have experience. They wouldn't care to look at them. Like I would tell them, do you want my CV? I sent you it. Did you take a look at it whatsoever? They tell me, I don't care. أنا عندي لك مشكلة شو بدي أطلع بالCV whatever. But then they don't ask me questions about work. بعدين they just like بيقعدوا بيمدحوا فيا وهنا أساسا مش عارفين أنا شو مسوي.
And that's so disrespectful to us because we worked so hard for what we have like on our resume and our CV, and it's just completely taken. Like, well, then why did I work for it? خلص ظبط بحالي وبروح على interview and I get the job. Then why did I waste my time studying and working and doing all that?
Exactly. Like I got انفتح لي كتير opportunities to work in places حسيت إنه even though like I deserve it, like from what I've worked, they don't see me for that. So I know I won't be treated for that. Aside of my way, I would go on or I would continue working وخلاص فوت فيها بالشغل وهيك. And then مثلا I'd get sexualized or whatever, or like very perceived differently, or because that's all they want. Like they just want something to look at or whatever to deal with. It stops there. But it won't take you further.
Yeah, you guys can.
As they have seen your CV, exactly. As they have seen your CV, هيقولوا أوكي نحطك بهالبوزيشن بعدين نفكر نرقيك بعدين نعمل هيك وهيك. They'd actually see something into it. مش هيك زيادة عدد إنه أوكي عندي ناس عم بيخلصوا لي شغلة. I have some tasks I'm getting over.
Maybe because men are better in managing responsible يعني فبيترقوا بصيروا أكثر يعملوا managing
هلا looking
I
at
don't think
life. Looking
ولا
at
أنت عم تقول إنه المن بيترقوا أكثر.
So on the job ladder, who goes higher? On the job, answer my question. On the job ladder, who goes higher? On the job ladder, who goes higher? Usually,
No,
man. Why?
But we're discussing why.
Why exactly?
This is
we're telling you guys are blocking our way. That's the issue.
Exactly. Like the perspective that's seen from it is very different. أنت عم تقول إنه men are better managers. طب ما هن they aren't even looking at what we work. فهمت علي؟
Like for example, you see.
Like أنا ما بيطلعوا my CV خلص ما they don't care خلص.
لا بس ما بيرجع أوكي.
ما هن معرفين خصوصا.
But that's not why they're
They don't
hiring.
care to know what I worked.
So last time, guys, I saw a research about women usually having higher GPAs. And for example, they were saying, women compared to men, they usually have a 0.3. I don't know where they got that from, but a 0.3 extra points on their GPA. Okay, but at the same time, usually when women go into work or into the job industry, they usually earn less. Why do you think this is the case?
The reason we get paid less is a lot of companies see women as taking more sick days, more leave days, especially if you're going to a job interview as a single mother. I don't know about in Lebanon, but back in America, if they see that you're a single mother, the way that they think is she's going to go take care of her kid. She's going to have to leave work. And they basically have to prioritize like their job over this woman's child. And that's the reason why they get paid less. Even me, like, it's for no reason sometimes. I had a job with my cousin. My cousin's a guy. He's younger than me, less experienced. We went for the same exact job. He started off with $13 an hour and I started off with 11, which is absolutely nothing, especially with tax. There was no reason behind it whatsoever. No clue. But that's just how it is for us.
Undergrad. بس يفوتوا they tend to have more experience. The reason behind so إنه هن they get more opportunities. نحن we usually back off from taking these opportunities because of that discrimination. And because we don't get to work when we want to work, we're treated in that way or we are seen in a certain way. We tend to خلص just to focus on our studies after. We don't ما نحط effort into gaining experience in the work field. فمنجي للشغل حشوف إنه حدا عنده experience حدا لا. فرق ارتفاع 0.3 او whatever اكيد حيطلعوا اكثر. اكيد you're gonna pay them more.
depend on the field. مش بس تعرف تحكي كتير انت انا نفوت بالفيلد انسان ب HR let's say.
شو بدنا نفوت بكل فيلد هلا.
Okay.
It's also harder for us to find jobs that don't disrespect you as a woman, that don't pay you less, there's so many things that we have to look into that you guys don't have to worry about. So that's what, like, even though let's say we can get to a higher position, but we're being disrespected or treated poorly because we're women. I'm not staying in the business if I'm getting treated differently than everyone else. Even if I get paid more, even if I get a higher.
So the discrimination بشكل عام is the problem.
ما بقبل.
My point is إنه كلها depends on the field. يعني أنت ليش عم تروح تشتغل في field منك تتمنى إنه منه لإلك مثلا؟
ليه منه لإلنا؟
لا مثلا في fields usually من اللي بيشتغلوا فيه.
So men take the lead usually ببعض الفيز مثل شو for example. This is the next question by the way.
مثلا ميكانيسيان.
Okay.
أنت مثلا جاي بنت إنه أكيد حيكون في discrimination إذا أنت جاي بدك تاخذي job opportunity وأنت أصلا ما.
Okay. لكن what are the jobs اللي هن للwomen؟
مثلا نفس.
Okay.
شغل.
في كتير شبابنا.
بس إنه بياخذوا بنات كمان كتير يعني بنات أكتر.
That's like normal هيك. That's how
هذا أنا really discriminated بقى موقفت هذا.
لا قصدي أنا إنه depends on the field. إذا أنت رايحة عم تعتمد إذا الفيلد هيدا بس هو في الجنرال مظبوط في بس كمان كان
طيب خلينا نرجع على وات يو ساد. مكان السياد قبل إذا بنت فاتت تشتغل she has experience هي شغلة she has the skills for you. Why would she be treated differently?
لأنه she doesn't have the power enough power تشيل متقال مثلا أو تغير ذات أو إذا
في بنات بيعملوا بنش بس أكتر من الشباب.
بالضبط.
شو المشكلة؟
هدول
وأنا
التستوستيرون.
Okay, so نحن we're talking guys. نحن we don't want to talk about special cases. Okay, بدنا نحكي in general. Yes, it is true إنه في some types of work that usually men do. Okay, but that doesn't mean إنه women can't do them.
Yeah.
We all agree on that.
ولا صراحة في من ملة ميكانيسيان ما فيها بنت تشتغل بهذا الشيء صراحة.
Okay.
اوكي واذا شفت بنت عم تشتغل بهيك شيء انه you want me to get through for you انه في حدا that actually works.
قال لك هيدول كثير
So you think of like fashion design.
straight because women
strength mainly strength. He's talking about strength.
اوكي اذا حدا هيشتغل على هالشيء over time.
Yeah, or like fashion design مثلا. Would it be for a woman or a man?
we're both and نفس أو women.
A woman?
Yes.
طيب most of the Lebanese fashion designers that are very popular are men.
So true. How much do you think societal expectations affect what major you would choose? هذا الموضوع اللي كنا عم نحكي عنه هلا. Societal expectations. أنتو usually يعني for example we were talking إنه you guys have different point of views على موضوع إنه a woman can or cannot work as a mechanic. Okay. In general societal expectations and this بيأثروا على هذا الموضوع إنه women can work as كذا أو as كذا أو as كذا. How much do you think this affects the majors that women choose? مثلا for example do you think إنه women tend to go to majors مثل مثلا for example fashion design graphic design blah 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 هدول القصص okay more than things that are مثل mechanic وهيك because of societal pressure ولا because of usually women don't want to be mechanics?
Both.
Because it doesn't suit a woman to be mechanic.
It doesn't suit a woman to be a mechanic.
هو he's representing the social standards اليوم.
لا.
You're part of the pressure.
لسنا ننظر بالحياة صراحة.
لا إذا مرة بدها تكون ميكانيك حرة. إذا أنت بدك تكون فاشن ديزاينر كمان حر.
اوكي بس انا بعرف هذا فيلد الومن فما حقرب عليه نفس الشيء الومن ما تقرب على الفيلد.
انا والله ما كنت بعرف انه انت بس تخلق انت حسب your gender حسب انت شو بتطلع.
انه
انا طلع يعني جندر ريفيل بارتي اذا امور او ماي جاد حيطلع عندي دكتور مهندس ما في من حيطلع عندي جرافيك ديزاينر.
Look at like F1 like who actually look at F1 the people that change the tires mostly men. My friend changes the tires on F1. Hajjabe.
No way.
She's one of the best ones there. And she got to such a high point because
Practice.
she's good at her job.
Practice.
Does that mean she's too weak She doesn't go to the gym also. She doesn't work out. She doesn't do anything. But she can. Do you know how heavy those tires are? I can't even pick up a tire.
احكي انا انت عم تفوتي بفوت من
I'm giving you those
بس
examples.
كنا جنرال بس كنا جنرال
ما شوي
responsibility.
ندمان الناس صراحه اذا بدك على الشغل مكان السيارة فحرق
ما تروح that's fine. بس
طيب،
إنه
شو؟
ما عم نقول يعني.
Did you ever encounter anything مثل thieves? Bliss?
Yeah.
No.
You too? No.
You
yeah.
haven't?
What was your experience, Tahani? Too fast.
Wait, are we talking thieves ولا شحادين؟ كتير فرق كبير.
Okay. ليش الشحادين شو حاولوا يعملوا لحتى أنت you're putting them near the thieves thingy?
It's a form of social harassment.
Social harassment.
Yeah, it's
Right.
harassment and guilt tripping into getting you to give them your money. So that's like not stealing, and they didn't physically force you to into it.
Manipulation.
Usually, yeah, it's harassment until you do it. So you're gonna feel guilty, and you're gonna feel like there's no way out until you do it.
And they especially go to women. 'Cause
One example about that,
important.
Tahani.
Yeah, exactly.
One example. What actually happened?
With men, like when I'm with my girlfriends or whatever, I notice they tend to يمسكونهم just دايما or their wallet or whatever يشدون من تيابهم. Women, they don't do that. بيقفوا عندي, they just like go with the puppy eyes and start
Yeah.
crying and start هيدا.
And we fall for it. That's the issue. And I feel so bad.
Yeah.